So, when you hear the phrase heavenly rewards, what pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's this very specific picture, right? Well, today we're going to dig into that common idea, but then we're going to flip it on its head and look at a totally different and I think way more powerful way of seeing it. Let's dive in. Yeah, this really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This idea that our life is kind of like a spiritual Olympics. You know, if we do all the right things, we perform well, we get this big prize at the end. It's a really strong image, but you gotta ask, is that really all there is to it? All right, so first up, let's really break down this whole gold medal idea. It's a way of thinking that a ton of us have probably come across, and honestly, it has a huge impact on how we view things like morality, our lives, and, the afterlife. So when you look at it this way, it's really transactional, It's this whole, I do good things now, so I get good stuff later kind of deal. And think about where the focus is. The reward is way off in the future, after we die. It's usually pictured as like mansions and luxury goods. And when you get right down to it, it's pretty self-focused. It's all about what I get out of the deal. It almost turns our relationship with God into some kind of cosmic business contract.
Okay, but what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backward? And this isn't some new age idea either. It's a way of thinking that's been around for a long, long time. And it takes that reward, that prize at the finish line, and brings it right here into our lives today.
And this is the question that really changes the game. What if the reward isn't some thing you get later, but a way of living that you can experience right now? Like getting a real taste of heaven, but on earth. It's a huge shift, isn't it? It changes the whole thing, from being about a destination to being about the journey. So you can really see the difference side by side here. On one hand, you've got the future prize idea. It's all about later. It's about me and it's about stuff. But on the other hand, you have this present way of life. That's about right now. It's focused on other people. And the reward is something you feel, that taste of heaven on earth. The big takeaway is that massive shift from getting something to living something. All right, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But what does it actually look like? I mean, how does living a heavenly life work in the real world, day to day? Let's get practical. And you know what? It's not about some super complicated spiritual checklist. It's actually about really basic, really powerful acts of kindness. Things like sharing food with someone who's hungry, or caring for someone who's sick or in prison. Even just practicing hospitality and opening up your home. These simple, down-to-earth things, that's the foundation of this whole rewarded life. And underneath all of those actions is a really important shift in your mindset. You're moving away from an attitude of scarcity, that feeling of I have to hold on to what's mine, to an attitude of abundance and generosity. It's about truly believing there's enough to go around and realizing that the act of giving, that's the reward.
Okay, so if the payoff isn't a heavenly mansion and a gold medal, then what is it? What do you actually get from living like this? This right here is where it gets really, really good.
Now, let's be real for a second. There is a trade-off. Choosing to live this way is probably going to cost you chances to get more, stuff, to get ahead in the ways the world usually measures success. But, and this is a huge but, what you get back is so much more valuable. So what are these real rewards? Well, here you go. It's not about gold, it's about mutual joy and gratitude. It's not about luxury, it's about freedom. Freedom from being tied to all that stuff that's just gonna fade away anyway. It's this incredible, deep security you feel when you trust in God, not your bank account. It's a connection to a love that is incorruptible, that's life-giving. It's real compassion. It's generous forgiveness. These are the things that make a life rich, and you get them right now.
So, in the end, it really all boils down to a choice. It's a decision we all have to make about what kind of treasure we're going to build our lives around.
And you can see that choice laid out so clearly here. On one side, you've got all the things that are temporary, the things that fade away, our possessions, the drive to get ahead, all of our stuff. And on the other side, you've got the things that last forever, the things that are incorruptible and actually give life, things like true compassion, generous forgiveness, the love of God. So the real question is, which side are you putting your energy into? And that's really the question for all of us, isn't it? This isn't about feeling bad about what we own. It's about taking a hard look at what owns us. When you think about the rewards of your life, are you still picturing that gold medal way off in the distance? Or are you starting to see the treasure right here, in the way you live and love today. So let me ask you one last time. What treasure are you attached to?
If you enjoyed this content and would like to hear more, be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and turn on notifications by clicking on the bell icon so you do not miss out on future episodes. Copyright 2025